everybody, this is Keith here of Euphoria Pictures. Welcome back to my channel. Right, so for this video I am going to be unboxing and reviewing the 4K picture for my latest Arrow Video pickup that I got for Lost in Space. Now I have to give credit when credit's due to Arrow Video for actually sending this out to me as early as they did. I'm almost certain the release date for this movie is not until next Monday. So that never happens to me. I never get a movie so early like that. So again, all the credit in the world for Arrow Video for sending it out my way. And I have to tell you, I am really looking forward to taking you around this one, giving you a look at this newly commissioned artwork, and of course, reviewing that 4K transfer as well. It'll be coming in a minute or two. Now, I have to tell you, I am a big fan of Lost in Space. As a matter of fact, I love the movie. I really do. More than anyone should. I was so hyped for this one when it came out back in the day. I went to see it on the big screen, and I remember the build-up being so huge for it. I'm almost certain at the time it set a record for the most visual or most CGI scenes in one movie. I think it was over 500 shots. And it didn't last too long because the Phantom Menace came out and blew that out of the water. But yes, the hype on this one was huge. I had high expectations. I was a big fan of the original TV series, and I just wanted a taste of that when it came to, like, you know, the movie itself. Now, of course, when it got released, the critical response was very, very underwhelming, to say the least. And I was devastated. I really was. But when I went to see it, I ended up loving it. It actually was love at first sight for me. It gave me everything that I wanted and more. Now, if you're not particularly aware of the premise to Lost in Space, it's very simple. It really is. Earth is in trouble. And the Robinsons have to get into a ship called Jupiter 2, which is piloted by Major West, played by Matt LeBlanc. And they're going to a planet called Alpha Prime. I think that's what it's called. And they're basically there to recolonize the planet. The thing is, when they start on the mission, things go to shit, mainly to do with Dr. Smith, and they end up getting lost in space. Now, I have to tell you, the casting for the most part when it comes to this movie I thought was quite brilliant. I have no issues when it comes to the Robinson family. Matt LeBlanc, on the other hand, yeah, I have a little gripe there, because when you watch it, particularly now, today, when you're watching it and he speaks, you're just instantly going, okay, this is Joey from Friends. And I understand why they casted him in this role, because Friends was such a huge success. They thought that Matt LeBlanc would bring in the audience, but unfortunately it didn't work out. I think the movie ended up being a bit of a box office bomb, which was a shame, because like I said, the build up to it was so huge. But for me, the star of the show, once again, no surprise here, is Gary Oldman. My God, that man does not know how to disappoint. And even though the material that he was dealing with here was probably somewhat beneath him, he still managed to put in such a fantastic performance. And he is one of the main reasons to why you would want to check out Lost in Space. Right, so with that said, I am going to take you around this release, give you a close look at it, and then I'm going to come back and review its 4K picture. So I hope you enjoy this one. Right, so here we go, Lost in Space. So as you can see, there is a slipcover, and we have got some newly commissioned artwork. And I have to tell you, I am a big fan of this artwork, particularly when you see the colour scheme to it. It looks absolutely beautiful. But I'll take you in close and let you have a look at it. But as you can see, the robot features very heavily on this one. You'll also notice the Robinson family running there. Of course, you've got Jupiter 2 as well. And then you've got the title of the movie down below. The PG rating there, it's not a sticker, it is part of the slipcover. And then of course, just in the background there, you've got the planet. And as you can see, it's clearly breaking up. So it's a busy looking slipcover, and I'm a big fan of it. I really am. Very impressed. Anyway, that is the main artwork. I'll take you on to the spine of it, and as you can see, the artwork has continued onto the spine of it. Now, there's nothing going on in terms of spot glossing or anything like that. I don't think Arrow Video really kind of buy into the whole spot glossing thing, but that's the opposite side. And right around to the back, and surprise, surprise, as you can see, it is jam-packed with special features. You got the synopsis up top as well. As a matter of fact, I'll take you in close and let you have a look at those special features. So if you do want to pause it and check them out, that would definitely be the way to do it. And then I'll just show you some of the technical information down below. So that is the back of the slipcover, and that's the slipcover complete. So yes, very impressed with it. So open it up, and there is reversible artwork. I don't have to show you, it's the same artwork as the slipcover. As you can see, I have reversed it, and we have gone to the classic artwork when it comes to Lost in Space. I was always a fan of that artwork. As a matter of fact, I actually have a poster in the house, a very sizable poster, and it does have that artwork on it. So yeah, not much else going on. You've got the cast, you've got the robot in the background, and of course the title of the movie. So I'll quickly then show you the spine of this one, and right around to the back, and it's much more of the same as what we've seen on the slipcover itself. Right, so open it up and you are greeted to your booklet, and which I'll show you now in a second. But before I do so, I will just let you have a look at that 4K disc. So there you have it. No Blu-ray featured in this set. So all that's left to do is to bring in that booklet and give you a look at it. And once again, it is the robot featured on it, heavily featured throughout this set. This is kind of like the more aggressive version. This one's the more friendly. As you can see, it kind of reminds you of the original. Looks exactly like the original from the TV series. So it's a nice touch to see it featured on the booklet. And then, of course, you got the Lost in Space sigil and the title. And if you're familiar with Arrow Video, you know exactly what to expect with this. You got all about the presentation, credits, and the special thanks at the back. And then, of course, you've got a big write-up of the movie, the cast, all of that sort of thing. So there's quite a few pages in now. So that is the booklet. And then, of course, you got an upcoming title, and it is The Sadness. Never seen that movie, but I was told it's brutal. So I think I might pass on that one. Anyway, that is everything when it comes to this release of Lost in Space. And like I said, big fan of that newly commissioned artwork. Right, so finally on to the 4K transfer. So yeah, I'm not quite sure what to say here. It's good. It's good. It's not great. It's not amazing. It's not the best 4K transfer you're ever likely to see. As a matter of fact, it's not what I even call a game changer when it comes to Lost in Space. You see, the thing with me is, every time I watch a movie on 4K, particularly of a movie of this age, I always want the same feeling, where it feels like I'm seeing it for the first time. And, you know, I'm seeing it looking like I've never seen it look before. I can't say that about Lost in Space. I really can't. And unfortunately, it might be down to, it's limited to its source material. So again, it just can't be helped. Going back to what I said at the start of this movie, this is made famous for the amount of CGI shots that's throughout it. Like I said, over 500 shots. I think that's what the number was. Unfortunately, it doesn't translate well to 4K. Now, any scene that you see with Jupiter 2, all of those flying sequences, I think they actually look great. I have no issues there whatsoever. Not just that the 4K transfer looks good, but I think the CGI holds up quite well. But I'm not kidding. Any time that you see an alien in this movie, whether it's Blarp, that kind of weird alien / monkey, whether it's the spiders or Dr. Smith at the end of it, whenever you see them, the 4K transfer dips, and it dips massively in quality, particularly when it comes to Blarp. Oh my god, there's some scenes in it where the picture literally drops down to DVD quality. But again, you can't blame the 4K transfer here. This is all source material. So like I said, it is somewhat limited. And by the way, braces ourselves for some of those CGI scenes. It never looked good back then. It looks even worse now. It really does. And maybe it's because of, I'm not saying the 4K resolution, because like I said, it does dip there. But maybe because of the implementation of Dolby Vision, it just highlights how bad those CGI segments look. So again, braces ourselves for it. But I have to tell you, I wasn't expecting the movie to have such a filmic look to it. I don't know why. It's not a bad thing, don't get me wrong. It's great to see, it really is, but I just thought it was going to be considerably cleaner. It's not. It's not the sharpest image you're ever likely to see, but there is some very nice details to be noticed. One segment that stands out for me, it was the first thing I really noticed on it, is when you see the Robinsons on Jupiter 2 just before they're taking off. Just look at their suits that they're wearing. You can make out so much detail. It's absolutely incredible. You can even see this kind of, it's almost like this glistening. It's almost like glitter is all over their suits. And I've never seen them look that way. And there is some amazing fine detail as well when it comes to the likes of facial details. But yeah, those scenes in particular where you see those costumes really did stand out for me. Now, the black levels on this one are good. Not great, not amazing, far from reference quality. I've seen a hell of a lot better, but they do look good. And then when you throw in that increased shadow detail, I think that really does make a significant difference here when it comes to the 4K transfer. Like I said, folks, this is a good transfer. The thing is, Lost in Space looked good on DVD, it looked good on Blu-ray, it looks good in 4K, but it's just not revolutionary. It's not the best 4K transfer you're ever likely to see. But I think fans of the movie are going to be fairly happy with it. Me personally, I was expecting a little bit more from it. But like I said, take nothing away from it. It's hands down the best it's ever looked. Now, when it comes to the audio side, unfortunately, we are not getting a Dolby Atmos soundtrack, which was very disappointing, because if there's one movie that deserves to get Dolby Atmos, it is definitely Lost in Space. Having said that though, the DTS 5.1 audio that you get on this one sounds fantastic. It really does. There is some absolutely incredible low-end bass. Just look at the opening sequence, the opening battle. I think you're going to appreciate some of the low-end bass that you're going to hear there. It's a very active mix. There's two scenes that kind of really stand out for me. The scene where when they get to the planet and it starts breaking up. You're always reminded that this planet is in trouble, and it's because of your rear channels. And those segments as well, when they find the ghost ship. When you hear those spiders moving in and out of that sound space, it sounds fantastic. It really does. Now, the dialogue in this one as well, very clean. Absolutely no issues. Beautifully centered, never gets drowned out, which is always great, because as you know, there is a lot of heavy action sequences in this, and yes, no issues at all when it comes to dialogue being drowned out. I think the best way to summon this DTS 5.1, if there was one scene that you need to look at, just look at the segment where Captain West is flying through the planet right at the end of it. You get a taste of everything, whether it's the low end bass, your rear speakers, that separation as well, the dialogue, it's all there in that one segment. It's my favourite scene in the movie. It looks fantastic. It sounds fantastic. I couldn't be happier with it. So there you have it, folks. That is my review of Lost in Space. And despite, the movie being somewhat limited, I still recommend checking this one out, particularly if you are a big fan of it. Yes, I wish the 4K transfer looked a little bit better than it does, but I'm still very happy with it. But the audio side is probably one of the real reasons to why you want to pick this one up. I was very impressed with it. So there you have it, folks. That is my review. So as per usual, if you did like what you see here, please do give it a thumbs up. And if you could leave a comment down below. And please do share your thoughts on this movie. And yeah, I hope to see us all again real soon with my next video. Until then, I'll see you soon. Bye bye.